Aaron Jones, man. You met him. He's such a humble person. It makes you remember, like, man, if he's at that stage and he's so humble, like, you should be.
Exactly. I know what you're saying. Like, at that stage, like, bro, like, I mean, let's not sugarcoat it. Aaron Jones has built a name for himself. He's a starting running back for the Green Bay Packers, and probably top one, top two, probably number one in the league. If let's be honest, you know what I'm saying.
Every Sunday,
so
he's on national television every week. You know.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of CB3 Motivation. I'm your host, CB3, and as always, I got a very special guest lined up for you guys. He's a celebrity trainer, he's an entrepreneur, and he's a business owner. He's trained some of the most elite top-level athletes in the world, from the NFL to the NBA to the MLB, and so on and so forth. There's a lot you guys can learn from this man, so I had to go ahead and get him on the podcast, and his inspiration, his motivation, and I had to get him on. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and welcome Mr. Robert Godinez.
What's up, bro? Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Good, bro. Thanks for having me, man.
So, if you guys don't know, man, we're in Austin with it right now. My first time in Austin. How many times you been in Austin?
A lot, man. A lot. Too many I can't even remember. Okay. Too many good nights here.
See, so he's been here. I've never been here, like I said. So it's cool. After this, guys, after the podcast, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna experience it. I'm gonna go tour, be a little tourist, and see how it is. But when did you get here? When did you get in town?
Man, we got in town last night. We're in town for a wedding.
Okay.
So yeah, we got in last night. I was able to catch up with some college buddies, and yeah, so here for 2 more days.
Oh, 2 more days.
Yep.
Okay, and then you're going back to El Paso, right?
I'm going back to El Paso, yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So you originally, are you from El Paso?
Yeah, I'm from El Paso, born and raised, bro. And then I moved out of El Paso for college.
Okay. Where'd you go to school?
I came to Austin, Texas, of course.
Okay.
For my freshman year, and then transferred out, went up to Oklahoma my sophomore year, and then back to Texas for my last few years of college, man. So a little bit of everything, so I was able to get a lot of experience, and of course I played sports, you know how that goes. Okay. Into the transfer portal a few times, and yeah, man.
So you say you did play sports, right?
Yeah.
You did. What was your sport?
I played soccer, man. Soccer was my sport. Yeah, that's my background.
Okay. Well, you was a good soccer player.
Somewhat, so far. I fake it till you make it, right? That was good, man. But that was my passion, bro. That was my passion, my drive for a while.
So, so you said soccer was your passion.
Yeah.
What led you to want to become training in the beginning?
Yeah, man.
Curious, bro. Because I remember. I mean, if you guys don't know, me and Rob were also really good friends, man. He also trained me when I was back in El Paso. So we know each other, right? It's not like he's just some random person, but he's out there. You guys need to hear from him, so I had to get him on the podcast. So what made you want to get into
I guess going back, right? If you really want to go back to my passion for fitness started, man. I remember going back to freshman year of high school. I didn't really know what a weight room was freshman year in high school. I was brand new to it, right? Luckily, I played soccer, so it wasn't like we had to be in the weight room that often, right? It wasn't like the football team was there every single day, right? Yeah. But the first time in the weight room, man, I was a freshman. I was probably on the smaller side. Okay. Man, I remember going up to the bench press. I couldn't lift the bar, man. And that's where I was like, what the heck? You look around, there's some football players in the weight room. Like, damn, they're just going hard. So long story short, I was pretty weak. In high school, right? I mean, I was brand new to it, and it made me realize, it made me curious, man, how can I get stronger? Yeah. So I started doing some research on my own, man, whether it was buying some men's health magazines, begging my parents to buy me my own weight set. So I remember they bought me some 25-pound dumbbells with the time I'm a sophomore, junior, heavy as shit for me at the time, bro. Yeah. And then kind of just started doing my own research, started doing these prison workouts in my room because I didn't have money for a gym membership. So I just do the little prison workouts with these 25s. Just super inspired, bro. Super wanted to learn, wanted to get better.
It's all about you, right? Build yourself.
Build myself. I was literally probably the weakest kid in high school, man. So it pissed me off internally. Okay. But man, how can I get stronger, right? Fast forward, started getting stronger by my senior year. I think I was able to start going to some gyms, you know, and then of course I started begging my soccer coach to open up the weight room at school, like yo. So and then again in soccer, not a lot of guys going in the weight room, right?
Yeah, facts.
I was probably the only guy in the weight room in my high school soccer teams because I loved it. I wanted to get better. I was learning my own workouts. Finally, I get to move out El Paso for college, and man, I was in love with it because my college had its own like rec, right?
Yeah.
Right by my dorm, so I was able to wake up, go work out,
okay.
come back. Which before in El Paso, I didn't have that luxury. I couldn't even pay for my own gym membership. So what I would do in El Paso, I would go into a military base using your Texas ID.
Okay.
And go use the weight room
and that's free?
in El Paso. Yes, at the time.
Oh, okay. So
at the time, no. Now you need a military pass.
Yeah.
And it was badass, bro. So if I had enough gas money to go into make this drive from my house to go, I would. But now I go to college here at St. Edward's University in Austin. Mm-hmm. I would wake up from my dorm, right, and just walk down to the rec. And that's where it really got started, bro.
Okay.
I started, like, of course, doing my research on my own. I was a criminal justice major at the time.
Okay. So yeah.
And working out with other guys that were bigger, stronger, better looking than me. So kind of like just work out with them. And fast forward, I continued to play soccer in college. I ended up transferring out of St. Ed's and going to go play at a school in Oklahoma.
Okay, for soccer.
Yeah. And then kind of just found a weight room there. And even then in Oklahoma, I was in Muskogee, Oklahoma, a small little town.
Yeah.
At that time, my NAIA school didn't have like a rec room within the school.
Okay.
So I had to get a gym membership outside of the school. I can't remember what the heck it was even called, man. But it was like $35 a month, no contract. I remember this.
Okay.
At this time, I was working at Little Caesars, bro. So, and that was enough money to get me through. Like, I was still playing sports. That was enough money to give me my plane ticket back to El Paso and just spending money, you know?
Yeah.
And some of that money I would use to buy that gym membership.
Okay.
Man, I wish I knew what the gym was called. It was awesome setup. Whatever, fast forward. And at this point, again, I'm playing soccer again. I want to be better.
You're trying to improve.
And now I'm touching the sports side of it, right? The sports performance side of it.
Yeah.
So again, I didn't have a trainer. I would just train myself, research.
Obviously, you're just doing all this on yourself.
Yeah, man.
How to get faster, stronger, whatever.
Yeah, man. A lot of research. A lot of. There isn't really. I mean, Instagram was popular, YouTube was popular, but I was just researching articles online.
Okay.
And picking up books, taking small classes within the university. Man, yeah. So fast forward. I would go back to El Paso for the summers, right?
Yeah.
Winters, there's a lot of guys that wanted to go play collegiate sports. So I would meet up with them, try to train them as well.
So how did you get in contact with those athletes? Did they
kind of from my high school? It was
they
from they knew from my high school.
Okay. And they knew like you was like trying to train. And,
and they knew I was playing soccer at the collegiate level. At this point, it was probably just college or high school soccer players that were trying to play at the college level.
Okay.
So they're trying to like, hey, give me, how can I do it? How do I get better? I started getting my own size, finding at the end of the day, men keep growing to what we're 25, you know, our puberty hits, like our testosterone levels are hitting, so I was able to get some size finally.
Yeah.
They're like, hey man, how do you do it? So I kind of started getting like group sessions going, winters, summers when I would come home.
Are these people at the time mostly
just friends and family? Yeah, soccer players, friends and family.
Okay, cool.
Fast forward, I'm done with college. I moved back to El Paso. At this time, I wanted to do criminal justice. I wanted to do federal law enforcement. I started working at a gym.
Okay.
While my federal law enforcement was
that was like a side gig for you?
That was my I always knew it was weird. I always knew I wanted to open up a gym whether I did law enforcement or not.
Okay.
So the name Top View Fitness, one of my gyms, right? That had been around since forever. I figured that name out.
Oh, so you already had it.
I had that name since forever.
You already knew it. If I ever create my gym, this is going
to be the name of it. And that would be my side gig on top
of your career.
Yeah. So at the time my federal application was going through, I'm like, oh, cool, I go on Craigslist. I needed a job. I just moved back to El Paso. I'll get on Craigslist.
Yeah.
Anytime Fitness was hiring and open interviews, so I show up, I get hired. I'm like, cool, I can just learn the game. I can learn the gym game.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it started, man. I kind of go in there, learn the ins and outs of running, not really running a business because I wasn't really that hands-on. I was more like front desk, clean the bathrooms, make sure the gym looks good.
To maintain
customer service, right? And after that, I kind of started training, man. I kind of fell in love with training, and it blew up from there. I was able to move and go to another gym where I was really create my client bases and grow from there, man. And
Okay, so you started at any time then, right?
Yeah.
That was like your first training job.
First training job,
Okay.
front desk gig, yeah.
Okay, so you and your clients, they're yours, right?
Yeah, man. So I actually started with 0 clients to my name.
Yeah,
I was talking about at this point, I leave any time to go to this other gym where there was a little bit bigger space. I can train more athletes and regular fitness clients.
You know, people are just trying to be healthy.
Yeah, so it was a bigger setup,
Yeah.
open layout, and I started hitting the DMs, started hitting my phone book.
Oh, so you was personally reaching out to
Oh
people.
yeah, bro,
Okay.
100%, 100.
Because that's what a lot of people want to know. Is like, so like up and coming like people who want to get into the training business or
Yes.
anything like that. Like people just think, oh, they work at a gym and just sit there and maybe they're kind of.
Oh yeah, man.
Reaching out to your clients.
Yeah, even to this day, bro. Even to this day. I mean, now we have some natural flow, right?
Yeah, because you got your name. You know, people. Hey, let me go work with this man and see what it's about.
Yeah, exactly. But nah, man. Even to this day, we're still hitting those phone books. Still hitting up our network. Which when I first started, there's no network.
Yeah.
I had the few Instagram followers I might have had or people I was following.
Yeah.
And then just hit my phone book, friends, family, like, hey, are you or anybody you know interested in training with me?
Mm-hmm.
It was a grind, man. It was a grind. Still is. It still is.
Yeah, that's cool, bro.
And yeah, man. But yeah, no, I still remember my first client. I still remember our first workout. Yeah, man. It was a grind.
Okay, so from any time, right? You got your clients. So did that clientele kind of just stick with you from?
No, not at all. I really had no clients at any time. I had 1 or 2 low key, because I wasn't allowed to train anybody at any time because you need to pay a trainer fee, like a trainer rent.
Okay.
At that time, I was just a front desk worker. So if I wanted to be a trainer on top of that, I would have to pay like some kind of percentage rent.
They could get half.
Exactly.
Right?
So I was just low key doing it.
Okay, that's smart.
So I couldn't really grow with that much there.
because you couldn't be as open with it.
Yeah, I didn't have money to be paying the rent like
exactly.
that.
Yeah.
And the new gym where I went to was more open, like had a smaller rent for
right?
more freedom.
Yeah.
Smaller rent for me, so I was able to flow a little bit more there.
Okay,
So
and then the second gym you went to, you started building your client base,
yeah,
right?
100%.
Okay, and then that client base kind of just kept growing.
Exactly, growing and growing, man.
Okay.
Yeah. I was lucky to start training a lot of like amazing individuals that believed in us, and just word of mouth, man. The word of mouth grew, and I mean, it's the biggest. I think it's the best and oldest form of marketing, man. Word of mouth.
Yeah, it is. Word of mouth is probably the best. Well, they actually did a study on it. So word of mouth is probably number one when it comes to getting your name out there, getting business. Cause like if I have a friend or something that says, hey, to go to this guy, it's gonna happen a lot quicker than just looking at something online.
Yeah.
They do research, they're not sure.
Yeah.
But do you still remember your very first clients? Like, do you know who they were? Do you know?
Yeah, man. I know what he's up to now, but his name was Ryan.
Okay.
He was from my local high school, from Chapin High School. He's a football player.
Okay.
And he was getting ready to actually go to a university here near in Austin, Southwestern University.
Okay.
I didn't think he ended up not going for a reason or another, but yeah, so we were training him to go to get him ready for college.
Yeah.
I remember our first workout session. Yeah, man.
That's cool, bro. You guys don't talk no more at all?
No. He stopped training a few months after that, financial reasons or whatsoever. But there's still a lot of clients that I have
from the
beginning that's still with us. That are still with us.
Those are like the main.
Yeah, of course, man. So we still have a good handful that are still with us, man, from day one.
Okay.
About to be 5 years. About to be 5 years in April.
So that second time you went to that gym, when did you decide like, yo, I want to open up my own stuff?
Oh, man.
I want to open up my own business.
I think since day one. I knew that.
Like,
as soon as I dropped my federal law enforcement applications, I went straight into this.
You wanted to make this your career.
I wanted to make this my career. I knew from there I want my own spot, but it starts from there. You have to own it from the. You have to own it up here, right?
Yeah, you gotta know what you want. You gotta have a plan.
And you gotta start practicing, man. Like every day, I walked in to the location where I was at, and even though it wasn't my gym yet, right? It wasn't clients out of this gym, but my mentality from day one is every day I have to act like it's already my gym, so it's a good easy practice. So once I do have my own, it's like I've done this before.
You're already acting like, yo, this is my shit.
Exactly. So from my customer service, from saying hi to everybody every day, having a good personality, from making sure the gym is presentable and cleaning the outside of the gym, clean the inside, the bathrooms. Yeah, man, treating every day like it's already mine.
So when did you open Top View? Like that was
Top View Fitness was
your
20,
first gym, right?
First gym, 2019.
2019.
So,
okay.
yeah, so that was like maybe like a year and a half, 2 years after I became a trainer. I was able to be blessed enough to open up my own
Because you had
facility.
You started accumulating the funds to open it up.
Exactly, and then I got my partner Joseph Iglesias started being a trainer with me at our at the location where I was at. We were able to grow our clientele and open our own location, man, which is probably faster than we expected.
Yeah.
I always want to shout out the Jones family, Aaron and Alvin Jones. They're definitely the first clients that I had that believed in us. Probably the two biggest professional athlete clients that we had that believed in us and were able to help.
Explain that relationship. So you opened up Top View, right?
Yeah.
With Joseph, right?
Yeah.
You guys are like partners.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Okay. So you guys opened up Top View, right? Before we get into like the whole Jones situation, meeting them and stuff like that, when you opened up your gym, was there any like obstacles like going forward, like were you like, damn, maybe we can't open right now, maybe this won't work, maybe, or was it kind of
No, not at all, because at the end of the day we knew we wanted to open up our own facility, whether it was 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 2 years from now. We always knew we wanted to.
You already had that in your mind, like this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah, but at the end of the day we still had a lot to learn. We still had a lot to like learn the business side, so there was no.
And you just learned as you go.
As we go, yeah. So honestly, everything we practice from the price point to the fundamentals of training to our schedule, from what we have at our first location where we were at, just using it for rent.
Yeah.
We use that same concept, that same business model at Top View.
Okay.
So we were already practicing
You already knew like, yo, this is how you run it. I'm
yeah.
like this, and then whatever comes up on the way, I'm gonna learn. And I'm gonna adjust.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Okay,
exactly.
So what role, like you just mentioned the Jones brothers, right? Alvin Jones, Aaron Jones?
Yeah.
So if you guys don't know, Aaron Jones is obviously the Green Bay, is he starting running back?
Running
running back for the Green Bay Packers, and then Alvin Jones plays for the CFL now, correct?
Exactly, he's in the KFL.
Yeah, he plays for the CFL, had some years in the NFL, and they're brothers. So what role did they play in as far as they were your first clients, or how did that relationship even spark up?
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, I'm thinking I might just be a year older than them. We're around the same age.
Okay.
We know a lot of the same people. I had one of my clients, Brandon Moss at the time, one of their teammates that was training for Pro Day with me, and then so we're just kind of like networking with them and just knowing they're around the same people, word of mouth. I think we just were able to get connected to the same mutual friends or teammates that they had that I knew.
Yeah.
So they were able to come start training with me, man. And I mean, now they're family, 100%. We would never have been able to grow so fast if it wasn't with their help and their trust. Okay. Train with them, them training with us helped us open up Top View at a faster pace than we would have expected. Okay. Word of mouth got out faster.
Why do you say that though? Like as far as like them being a part of the gym and helping you. Why do you think they helped you? What role did they play in helping you grow your business as far as rapidly, or is it just because they're like explain that?
Yeah, man. So I mean, Aaron, Alvin, and Jones are probably in my opinion, probably the best known athletes out of El Paso, but not just because of their sport, man. They do a lot for the city of El Paso, man.
Sure, yeah.
Even more now, right? So everybody knows they're about their work ethic. Their whole family is, man. They're about their work ethic. They're honest people. They're great to the community, and I think as soon as people saw that they trusted us with their training and with the training, their sports performance training, people wanted to come train with us as well.
Yeah.
So I think 100% know that with them training with us and them trusting us and other people seeing that, people wanted to come train with us too.
Especially the caliber of athletes. They're like, he's training with Ra, right?
Yeah,
man. I
man.
want to go see what he's about because obviously he's producing at a high level, so it works hand in hand.
Yeah, man. And of course, man, they were already amazing athletes before they even came to see us, right? It's just they were able to trust us and get us connected with other different people and help us grow, really, honestly, man. Yeah. So I do owe a lot to them and their family.
That's cool, right?
100%, man, 100%. To this day, too.
So what's y'all relationship now?
Oh, man.
Y'all really close?
Yeah, man. No, they're family, bro. I love them to death. Their mom, sister, of course. So they're great. Yeah, 100%, man. They're amazing to us. So we just opened up our third location, and I get to see Chelsea a lot. Their sister comes to our third location a lot. Okay. Talk to Alvin and Aaron on a constant basis. Of course, Aaron's in season right now, so Man, yeah, man. So we've been able to create a friendship now, man. They're not my clients. They're my they're family. They're friends, man. Yeah.
Relationship with them, like
exactly, man. Yeah.
Athlete relationship. Right?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. I've run into Aaron Jones a couple times, obviously from guys and meeting on the field a couple times. Love to have him on the podcast. So if he's watching this, man, if you end up watching this, we'd love to have you on the podcast as well. To talk about Rob, talk about your journey and stuff like that. Because I want to talk about like the El Paso people. That's why I want to.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
You said obviously that's some of the most elite athletes.
Yeah.
What are some other El Paso athletes? Because me being from El Paso too, I want to highlight some of the athletes. You know what I'm saying, that have put in the work.
Yeah, man.
Deserve their recognition. So what athletes have you worked with outside of
Man, so many badass athletes, but so many badass dudes. Of course, females too, man. We have so many amazing people in El Paso that are amazing athletes, amazing people overall, right? Yeah. Stephen Montes from Colorado. Yeah. Tristan Cooper played at Arizona. Some of our younger cats, Sedarius, was over at San Diego State.
Yeah, I know.
Orion Oliva, he's kind of been able to throw to you before, right?
Yeah.
Or at Houston. Man, there's so many athletes, bro. Even from UTEP, guys that not be from El Paso, but play for UTEP, that really take ownership of El Paso as their college town, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a lot of pride.
We do have a professional soccer team in El Paso Locomotives. We have some local guys that play for them, that train with us. Man, the list goes on, man. It's a lot. From the baseball world too, Joseph Camacho played for the Oakland A's. Now he's giving back. He's getting ready to open up. Yeah, he does a lot of baseball training. A lot, man. There's a lot of guys that we're blessed enough to have, and the list goes on. Yeah.
Well, what do you see as far as, because a lot of El Paso athletes don't get as recognized, or people, when you think about El Paso, a lot of people think, oh, those guys are breeding athletes. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you see a distinguishing factor with some of the guys you work with, or outside? Like, do you feel like maybe like, I don't know, you explain that. Do you think there's a work ethic here that's different, or
El
Paso,
I think 100%. El Paso is breeding athletes, especially now these recent years, right?
Yeah.
I think our work ethic is definitely different, but I think I think when the guys are able to make something out of nothing, and I see it in perspective because El Paso is, if you think about it, we are away from Dallas area, we're away from Austin, San Antonio, and overall, I think El Paso, you could say, is a little bit behind on certain aspects of, like, whether it be the recruiting world or the fitness industry, right?
Yeah.
But I think that what helps El Paso athletes really make it out, and the successful El Paso athletes that make it out, are like, they understand they're the best of the best when it comes to El Paso, but they really got to put themselves out there.
It's exposure.
And understand that they still have a lot to learn and be coachable, right? Be coachable. Even for myself, I think even in the business world, you have to understand you still have a lot to learn. Yeah. You have to find mentors. You have to have people that you look up to get to where they're at.
Did you have mentors growing up? I don't. Well, if you did, highlight them, because
for sure, man.
As far even business, soccer, whatever. Growing up, did you have a mentor yourself?
Yeah, man. I get in the soccer world, right? Growing up, I was playing soccer. Of course, just like any athlete, our goal is to be at the pro level, right, man? So funny story, one of the guys I always looked up to that was from El Paso, he was actually #1 draft of his year to the MLS, Omar Salgado. Okay. So I think he might be a year older than me, but I looked up to him growing up, man. He moved out of El Paso at an early age to go pursue his professional career, man. I think when I 14 years old, I might be wrong. He was drafted at an early age. If I'm not mistaken, he was drafted at 17 years old, #1 draft pick to the MLS, to Vancouver Whitecaps.
I'm not. Is that soccer?
Soccer. That's the professional. Okay. That's the highest professional league in the United States.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
So yeah, I looked up to him for years, man. I still do to this day. And fast forward, he was able to be one of my clients. Okay. So El Paso gets a professional soccer team. He was able to come and play for his hometown. Yeah. We were able to connect, and I was able to train him, getting ready for his debut season with El Paso Locomotives. And even him, man, I owe him a lot too. He was open up the world to. He's able to expand and open my world more in the soccer network. Okay. Yes, I played soccer, but not at the level that he played at.
So he was able to get more people from his level too, and it gives you recognition.
Exactly, man.
Credibility.
And that's exactly same for Aaron and Alvin Jones. They were able to give me credibility. Same for Omar Salgado. He was able to give me credibility and also opened our doors, man. And that's another reason we were able to speed up the process with the whole opening up of our own location, because more soccer players wanted to train with us, right, at all the levels. So that was real neat for me. I have this picture of me at Fanboy, Omar Salgado. I used to work at a bar. He was a few years at a bar restaurant. He was at that restaurant one day. I was able to fangirl and take a picture with him.
Hey, can I take a picture? Right?
Yeah, and then fast forward, I was able to take a picture of him at Top View once we opened and train with him there. So it's kind of funny how the world goes around, right? And the whole 360. But so yeah, I always had guys that I looked up to, and now he's actually in law school. So I mean, he does it all, man. That just shows you that you can change your one thing to another, but your hustle doesn't end, right?
Yeah.
Just the way he was hustling in the soccer field, now he's hitting the books in law school and making something more of himself, right?
That's real.
But so shout out to Omar as well. Now in the business world, man, now he's my partner, Dickie Williams. He's our partner for the new gym.
I know Dickie, yeah.
So I was able to be Dickie's trainer maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. Slid in his DMs like, yo, bro, like, you want to train with me? And yeah, man, lucky enough, he said yes. So we were able to build a friendship, man. And I don't think he knows this, but he's been a great mentor to me in the business world.
Yeah.
And now
he has his own businesses as well.
Yeah, he owns a lot of bars in El Paso, bar restaurants. He's a man. He knows his shit, and now blessed enough where like he's our partner. He's our partner for a new location.
The new one.
Yeah, man. So that's been amazing to deal with and grow with, and really it's been an amazing journey, man. So he's still my mentor to this day. Now even more hands on. Now we're partners now, right?
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, man. So yeah.
So you mentioned obviously your new location, right?
Yeah.
So now Dickie, he's a partnership.
He's yeah.
Okay, so talk about your new locations, because you start off at Top View, right? So that was your very first location. That's what that was what you wanted to do in the very beginning. Now you've expanded to not 2 but 3 locations.
Yeah, man.
So explain that, man. You deserve it, bro.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. So it's been a journey. So we opened up our Top View Fitness in 2019, which that was more like our specific group training spot. We have a men's program, women's program, a sports performance program, and a kids program.
Okay.
That was 2019, excuse me. And then 2020, mid-pandemic, my crazy ass decided to open up another location mid-pandemic called Top View 24/7. When that one's taught me more about myself than anything I've ever been through. That one was definitely the grind, man. We had to really believe in ourselves and open mid-pandemic, and it was a spot downtown El Paso near UTEP campus. I've had my eyes on that place since even before, when I was grinding it out, looking for clients, making a drive. I had a client that I used to train at his house.
Yeah.
Near that Top View 24/7 location. I would drive by that place. It was a gym. It was already a gym.
Okay.
And that one's a second level, so you have to take an elevator up.
Yeah.
To Top View 24/7. It's like, okay, what a better location to say that's Top View, because you have the Top View.
It's perfect. It is, because I've been there, so I've trained there before. So you go inside, it's like an elevator, and when you even see the building, it says Top View, right? So like, look at the views from the top. So you go inside, take an elevator, and as soon as the elevator opens up, it's just this big ass gym, like nice layout. So yeah, it's dope. The setup is really cool.
Yeah, man. So I always knew it was already a gym, but I was like, man, it would be amazing to be able to buy that place out one day, you know. Pandemic hits, that business goes down for one reason or another, and we were able to like acquire it, man. We're blessed enough to be able to acquire it. It's been a grind, it's been a journey, and that's a different concept. That one's more like your traditional go in, go out, work out on your own, and do more one-on-one training.
Okay,
cool.
Yeah.
Now our third location, 2021, so we're back-to-back years. Top View hit, whole new concept. It's a high interval, intense training, right? Where you're circuit training, group training, you're doing your strength conditioning circuits as a group. And man, this is literally today is a week since we opened. We opened last Saturday.
So it's fresh,
fresh out, brand new concept. Man, the best way to explain it is imagine you're in a club vibe. Okay. Like you might not even forget you're working out. We got the music popping, we got the lights. It's a whole brand new concept. If you want to look it up, Top View Hit, at Top View Hit on Instagram. Give you a better a picture, right, than what I can explain. And that's where we're at now, man. We're at our third location.
That's cool, bro. That's a blessing. What you get to have one business is crazy, but 2, 3. So I mean, you're doing well for yourself, and obviously you have your name now. A lot of El Paso athletes know who you are. I know a lot of people you're kind of I don't want to I feel like you kind of downplay it a little bit, but you're kind of the trainer in El Paso, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like when people say, "Oh, I want to go to trainer," like your name will come up in that topic. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it. Yeah.
To go and train. You know what I'm saying? And it's well deserved. I've trained with Rob, like I said, and he's well deserving of it.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? So you had 3 locations all in El Paso. Have you ever thought about leaving El Paso, or opening a location? Obviously, I know you're saying you have your family there, but do you feel like if you would leave, that you could even expand your brand or your business even more?
You see, I mean, I think I speak to this about it a lot of. I mean, you don't even have to be a business owner to have this mentality, right? I mean, I feel like sometimes we think and we grow and thinking, man, I want to take over the world, especially as a business mindset.
Yeah.
I remember the first month we opened up Top View Fitness, like, man, I can't wait till we have a Top View Fitness in every side of town, every side of the state. We want to own the world, take over the world, right?
Yeah.
With it, yes, it's still the same mindset, bro, but you realize like how much time and effort and love it takes to really do things right.
Yeah.
And honestly, man, if it happens and life takes us in that path that we're blessed to open up something outside of El Paso, so be it. We'll be all hands for it. But I mean, as right now, I think that's not the goal as of now.
Okay. Could change later.
It could change later. I mean, we have been looking kind of slowly but surely, scouting spots out in possible Dallas area.
Okay.
But right now, we just opened up 3rd location. I think right now our mission is to really get that one going 100%.
Yeah, for sure, you gotta put your energy into that.
Yeah, grow the 3 businesses and really make sure we're taking care of our people in El Paso first.
Okay.
And being productive and see where life takes us from there.
Yeah.
We're not close to the idea of it, but now that this was my first week with the 3 locations, so it really gave me perspective, bro. It really gave me perspective that I really gotta sit down and focus on what we have and take care of our current blessings and see what fruit can grow from there.
Yeah. Okay. That
so as of right now, I mean, just take care of what we have and go from there.
Okay. Let's say later on down the road you do decide, hey, I want to maybe expand and reach a broader audience as far, because Houston, Dallas, these areas are really like athletes. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot more people. So I mean, what if you had to open up a location right outside of El Paso? Where would you want to open up your first location? I know you started Dallas, but where would you want to be your first location if you wanted to?
Yeah, man. If it was up to me, it would be Dallas right now, just because of my network.
Okay.
I think your network is the most important thing, especially when it comes to a business. And I think that's why we've been so successful in El Paso. That's where me and my partner Dickie Williams, kind of big network, is there too. It really goes down to your network, because you can have I think there's a difference between having a big following and a big network. I think a network is more reliable.
Relationships.
Yeah, more reliable. A network is your people. You have them on the phone. You have their phone number. Compared to like a following, a following.
Want to see what you're doing.
Yeah. So yeah, I would say Dallas, man. That's what it came down to in a few years.
Okay. Do you have any? So how long have you been training total? How many years have you?
It's about to be 5 years, bro. It's about to be 5 years in April. Yeah,
Okay.
Which really not that long, right?
I mean, but look what you've done in 5 years. So that's
exactly.
Why I said the ceiling for you. You know what I'm saying? If what you've done only in 5 years is crazy.
Man.
Too, like I said, so that's crazy to think like, okay, in 5 years you've already opened up 3 businesses, accumulated the clients you've accumulated, the caliber of clients. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot. That's why I asked you about the possible outside of.
Yes, sir. No, 100%.
I do believe that's gonna end up being an option for you outside. Cause I already know your next business is gonna blow up. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, there's a reason why your first business did good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I have no doubt in my mind that your next business is gonna do good.
I appreciate it.
Do you have from it could be any of the clients that you work with, any of the athletes that you work with, a story or just crazy story, like say you were working with an athlete and some crazy shit happened where you're just like, what the hell, like just a weird moment.
Man.
Or a memorable moment that you've had from your 5 years so far.
Definitely. I think it's just so like humbling to me too. If you notice, like obviously as Chris said, we work with a lot of professional athletes, but they're so humble, man. They're so people. They're people, man. They treat you the best possible way, and it really makes you think, man. Like it's crazy how these people have made it to their level, and they're still such humble individuals. Of course, like big example with Aaron Jones, man. You met him. He's such a humble person.
Sure.
It makes you remember, like, man, if he's at that stage and he's so humble, like, you should be.
Exactly. I know what you're saying. Like, at that stage, like, bro, like, I mean, let's not sugarcoat it. Aaron Jones has built a name for himself. He's a starting running back for the Green Bay Packers, and probably top 1, top 2, probably number 1 in the league. If let's be honest, you know what I'm saying.
Every Sunday,
So
he's on national television every week. You know.
So I mean, if he didn't want to be humble, he definitely could. You know.
Yeah. It's like, I think one of the most like crazy, not crazy, but it's just like we'll be training and ESPN will give him a call and he has to hop on a live call with ESPN, right?
Okay.
His agents, man, I've been able to meet the same agent that Patrick Mahomes has through Aaron, because him and Aaron had the same agent at some point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, crazy, huh? Or even the network, or even man, I've been blessed enough to be able to watch a game in Lambeau on a Monday night. And it's crazy, sold out game.
He give you tickets and stuff.
Yeah. Always takes care of his people. So there's a lot of stuff that I would definitely never been able to experience without my pro athletes, of course, such as Aaron and his family, right?
So what's that experience like? So obviously, okay, you get your tickets. You know, he gives you tickets to go to Lambeau Field. I went to school in Wisconsin, so I know the whole area and stuff like that. So how was that experience?
Bro, amazing. Green Bay is amazing. So it's a small town. They live and die for Green Bay football, right?
Yeah.
It was a Monday night game. I'm telling you, the city shuts down. It's freezing cold for me, but I mean, these people are like, this is nothing.
Yeah.
I'm shivering, but it's Monday night, man. It's crazy to see. Of course, Aaron, that game was probably like third, fourth row, right? You can see what goes in the back end with the cameras, the reporters.
Yeah.
Amazing game, and of course, after the game, you get that kind of VIP access to go to the friends and family behind. So you see a lot of the pro athletes that you see on TV. You see them like feet away from you. That's a crazy experience.
Is that like memorizing too? Like
man, because it's just surreal, right, or unreal. But it's like, wow, man, this is insane, man. Yeah. But it's just stuff like that. It's a very humbling experience at the same time. It's like, wow, man, like you're so appreciative that you're able to have these moments in life that you probably would never ever have if you were doing this kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, you earned it, right? Because obviously, it doesn't just come. Like, no one just gets lucky. Obviously, you train these people, you earn the respect and trust of these people, and they want to give back to you because of what you've done for them. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it makes sense. What are your goals, bro? Going forward, like, where do you see yourself? What do you want to do? What's the ultimate goal for you? Obviously, like you said, you open up the business, but where do you want to see yourself? Like, if you could where do you want to take this? Yeah,
man. As I said, so now we have our 3 locations. I definitely want those to flourish up to the highest possible value that they can, right? And also make El Paso a place that's, again, respected even more every year, where coaches, pro teams can come and find their athletes here in El Paso, right? I want my high school athletes to get more scholarships and have the opportunity to go play places. I want my college athletes from El Paso to get those professional contracts, right? Yeah. So that at the personal level, that's what makes us happy, right? When we make dreams come true and be part of that, right? Because we're just a small part of that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because you've done it yourself. You still have to train, and there's still more political stuff that comes in the back. Yeah. So at the personal level, see more athletes fulfill their dreams. And overall, man, to have even people that just want to get fit fulfill their dreams of losing 20, 30 pounds, right? And then make top view eventually would want to love to have like a scholarship that we put out there for El Paso athletes to advance overall and give back to the community. You know what I mean? So I think those are biggest goals, other than of course expanding outside of El Paso.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
That's love, bro. Because it's really a lot of like you want to get really. It's kind of like you want to put El Paso kind of more on the map.
Yeah,
and get
man.
the name out
exactly.
There.
Yeah.
That's the pride, right, from being from El Paso. And,
putting us up to these levels of Dallas, and of course we're always gonna be behind on stuff, right? I mean, we're probably never going to be a Dallas, Texas. Yeah. We're never going to be in Austin, Texas, or even San Antonio. But I want to, as long as I'm in this earth, I want to leave El Paso a better place than when I first got here, right? Yeah. Which I think there's a lot of people doing that in the music side and the nightlife. And El Paso's coming up, man.
Yeah,
El Paso's coming up.
For sure. Okay, I want to ask this question.
Yeah.
What if there's any athlete, right? Athlete right now that you could work with, it could be NFL, MLB, NBA.
Shit,
what athlete would you want to? If he said, "Hey, Rob, I want to train with you for today. Who would you want to get that call from? What athlete would you want to work with?
Bro, oh man, for sure. I think it would definitely have to be, and not just because he's a Green Bay Packer player, but Aaron Rodgers, man.
Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, Aaron
Okay.
Jones tells me a lot of good stuff about him. I think I'd be honored to work with him. I personally love working, of course, with quarterbacks and running backs and receivers, but yeah, I think Aaron Rodgers would be a great guy to work with, man. Yeah.
Okay. Do you, as far as like, do you have a favorite team NFL wise? Do you have a favorite NBA team? I want to know.
Yeah, for sure. So it's funny. I never really grew up like a die-hard fan of any team. I would love watching sports as a whole. Definitely like football and soccer being my top two. But I mean, right now I definitely follow Green Bay very close. More than any other team right now, right? But I don't really have like a specific die-hard team as of right now. Yeah.
What about soccer? I know that was your sport.
Yeah, man. So I was a big soccer guy. Cruz Azul was a team in Mexico. That was my die-hard team growing up. But now, of course, it's been awesome having that pro soccer team in El Paso.
Okay.
With this USL, it's a little bit below the MLS, but it's they still do an amazing atmosphere, amazing quality players. Man, another shout out to players, Sebastian Vela, awesome dude. I grew up watching him play on TV, watch his YouTube videos growing up, and now he's in El Paso, and I've had the honor of training him too. Okay. It's crazy, man. You would be amazed of what top quality players the El Paso Locomotive players have brought in, bro.
And maybe I'm just not up to date because I don't know much to soccer, right?
Yeah,
I'll be honest, I'm not really into soccer like that. You would know more about it than I do, so that's why I guess I don't know this. You know
man, no, 100%.
What's it called? So the people throughout this whole time, right? 5 years into training, what would you say is the main to have all the success that you've had so far? What would you say is the number one, like why you got to where you at? Attribute that's your characteristic you needed to have to make it to where you're at right now.
Yeah, I think you're gonna be, and I know people fucking hear this all the time, like be in love with the process.
Okay.
But you gotta love where you're at, bro. You gotta love whether it's at that time you might think it's a sucky, horrible situation.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first started, man, it was a risk, man. I just moved back to El Paso, had all these bills I had to pay for. I had just got my own place, car bills. We had to pay bills, man, and I mean, bank account was at the minimal it could be at. You know what I mean? Negatives, and at that time you could feel sorry for yourself or make something out of it. You know,
make it happen.
You gotta enjoy the suck. Like you gotta enjoy where you're at, and
the journey is what's important.
Exactly, man.
People, what I always tell people, I think that like people always say, "Oh, when I make it or when I get to that point, I'll be happy." But I feel like what makes it feel good or what makes it happy is the struggle that you go through trying to get to that dream or to that destination.
Yeah,
so that's the dream. You know what I'm saying? The dream is the struggle and going through what you have to go to get there. And then once you get there, you feel good because of the work you put in.
Yeah, man.
What you went through.
100%. Just being optimistic and learning how to be happy in your situation. Because you know what? There's really no finish line, bro. Because even now, it's a blessing to have 3 gyms, right? But there's a lot of pressure that comes with it. A lot of pressure and a lot of your schedule is hectic, and you just gotta find happiness where you're at.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we've been so successful. That like, even when times are hard, or when even we're growing a business or a certain gym, we gotta be optimistic and not feel sorry for yourself at any moment. You gotta know, okay, what's next, but also be level-headed, you know. And I think just be ready to grind it out. And I mean, celebrate your success, but also know that that's just a start. That's just a start. Yeah. That's just a start, because even now we understand it's a blessing to have 3 gyms, but we're just getting started.
The ceiling is there's no cap.
And now there's a little bit more pressure to it, and I mean, you just got to be able to ride the waves. It's a wave, man. It's a wave. Yeah. And I think sports prepares you for it, man. Sports for life. Yeah, sports prepares you for life because you have a set practice, you're multitasking, school, work, and practice or whatever. So I think I was blessed enough to be a collegiate athlete, right? And I had to go to class, and I still had to work on the side, and I was able to train myself to work and be multitasking through it all, you know?
Yeah.
And people skills too, man. Anything you do, you have to be able to communicate. So
yeah, that makes sense. So about the people, so you said obviously you gotta have love for what you do, right? But there's people out there every day that they do what they do. They do what they have to do just to pay bills.
Yeah.
And they want to be successul, but their main motive is money. Like their main motive is to just become rich or make money on this. So like, I don't know. What do you think about that concept of just chasing a bag?
I mean, that's cool.
Yeah.
But you can only chase that bag for so long, and life is gonna expose you, bro. Your happiness is gonna expose you.
Yeah.
Because chasing the bag, yes, that's a good mindset. But you're gonna realize at some point you'll make more money when you're happy. You'll make more money when you're happy, bro.
Right there, yeah.
Like there has to be a balance of happiness and grind, you know. Because I mean, it's almost like chasing the bag. You gotta work your ass off. You gotta work hard, right?
Yeah.
But you also gotta work smart. And the only way you can work hard and smart is that you have to find your happiness. You gotta find what job makes you happy, and what job makes you money. And then it's not even gonna be a job because you're gonna love it so much, right? So and I think that's another thing. We grow up, especially us.
Go get that money.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, but you also got to learn habits. Habits are going to keep you chasing the bag for a lifetime. You can't just...
Yeah. You won't burn out. There's no such thing.
Yeah, you won't
to go off of like how basically they put it in words, right? So people say, oh, the money will come when you're happy, right?
Yeah.
People be like, well, no, like you got to go make money, like go be a doctor, go do this.
Yeah,
but at the same time, there's going to be a time where you just say, forget this, bro, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore because you're not enjoying what you do. But I think what you're saying by like saying you make more money when you're happy is by saying like, basically, let's say whatever it is you choose to do in life, right? Whatever it is, if you're happy and you enjoy what you're doing, you're gonna get so good at it, and that the money's gonna come because you're the only one that can do that.
Yeah.
But you're happy doing this, so you're gonna get so good at that job,
Yeah.
right? Like
100%. Exactly, bro. Exactly. And I mean, life will expose you at some point or another, bro. Life will really expose you and make you see what what really matters, right? Like.
Yeah.
And for us, that was COVID, bro. When COVID hit, we're about to start year 2 of business 1. Okay. So that would really put it into perspective what matters, what's important to us as an individual and as a business, right? Because COVID, we had to shut down, bro.
So did that impact?
How did it
affect their business? Let's talk about
for the better, bro.
Coming back, right? So like a lot of this COVID talk is happening again, unfortunately, and I don't want to get too much into that.
Yeah.
You know, YouTube has its guidelines, and we can't talk too much about COVID. But how did it affect your business,
bro? So we shut down, right? It was so we shut down. Luckily, we're lucky enough we didn't have to pay rent, but we still had bills, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, we had. Option 1 is sit our asses, be sorry for ourselves, right? Or man, option 2 was like, hey, well, get creative with it. How can we still get to our clients, right? Which at this time we're in a good day and age where we can do online training, Zoom calls.
Did you get a lot of people to do that?
Yes. Yes. Me and Joseph were able to make videos, workout videos, send it out to our clients. Okay. But I'll be honest. I like in-person contact.
Hands-on person.
Yeah, I'm horrible with technology. I probably barely learned how to use Zoom a few weeks ago, to be honest. So I was able to like still do what I love, bro. Like I at this point in time, I was living in an apartment. Yeah. So all my clients were coming to see me at my apartment complex, and we were working out at my apartment complex parking lot. And honestly, bro, it was fun, man. I was still able to be happy and do what I love. I was still training some people for the draft too. The NFL draft was still around the corner. We're still getting guys ready in case they were going to get drafted or see if there was going to be mini camps that year or not. So we started that still kept me busy. A lot of college athletes were still in town because their college was like, whoa, there's no college workouts this summer.
Yeah.
So we're still getting creative, right? We're still having field sessions.
But this was not at the gym, right?
No,
they didn't let you do any sessions at the gym.
No, man.
So it was closed.
It was closed until like honestly, almost there's one time like we're still trying to be low key in the gym.
I remember. I think if I remember correctly, I was part of that little. In the back end, I remember hitting you up, right? And you was like, yo, just come through in the back. Knock 3 times. We know it's you. Like, yeah. So we were like legit doing underground workouts on the side. Like we were open late at night and just grind it out. I'll be honest with you. I messed with that. That's a big reason why I kept going because this was when I was new, right? I already had met Rob. And we didn't know each other like that, but I remember we got cool, and then he was like, "Yo, just come through the back and we'll make it happen." So I like that, you know what I'm saying? I like I respected the grind. I said, you know, they're not gonna let the situation of artists affect their business. They're trying to do. So I fucked with that heavy. Yeah, man. So and even the workouts in my parking lot of my apartment had to be creative because we didn't have as much equipment, right? Yeah. So in that perspective, I was able to come out with a new concept of workouts and make the best of every situation. So once we got into a full loaded up gym, oh man, my creativity was just flowing, man. Yeah. So I have my creativity. Even grinding out through the pandemic, I was able to save a lot of money and open up Top 24/7, and that's how that came about. Yeah. Man, so honestly, pandemic was almost blessing in disguise at the time. Not the pandemic, but like
Obviously not COVID.
Yeah.
But the closing, it kind of really put everything in perspective and help us really become better people and be better trainers and business owners and really put in perspective what's important and yeah, man, it really just made us really. It was a test. Like, do we really want this or not? Like, really, it made a difference.
Okay, so a lot of people ended up going mobile then, right? So like you said, so they would go meet you wherever you was at, and want to work out.
Yeah.
Right? So coming back, right? So now fast forward, right? We kind of took a break of COVID for. I mean, we never went away.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, all this news is coming back of a new strain and stuff like that. Whatever. Let's just worst case scenario, they forced you to do it again. They forced you to. What's your move, bro?
We did it once. We know what to do. We know what to do.
Wait, would you kind of take that same same course?
Yeah, 100%, bro. Come here, come through. Come over to the house. We'll get the setup going. Man. We've done it again. And same thing. People, I think, in other perspectives, always when you do the things right and you set up a good foundation for your business. Let's say I woke up tomorrow and it was all taken away from me. I know how we started.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's the reason we've been so blessed to be able to open up so many businesses, because we know how to start it. Hey man, shit, we're hitting the DMs, we're hitting our people, we're hitting our network. Okay, we just opened this up, come through. But yeah, so we shut down again. We've done it once, man, and just going back to the grind, man.
That makes sense. That's cool. So what would you say is the greatest marketing strategy for your business? Obviously, you said hitting up the DMs, right?
Yeah.
What's the highest? I want to say highest because I mean everyone's good at what they do.
Right? Yeah.
What's the exposure, highest level athlete that you've seen in their DMs trying to hit them up on some training?
Oh shit, bro. I'm not actually. I should do a little bit more of that. Like big athletes DMs hoping.
Why is that? Is it because you just, I guess, not something you do? Or?
Yeah, because I'll be honest, man. Our goal was never like, oh, we want to be a celebrity pro. That's never been our goal. It just kind of obviously when we train different pro athletes, they're gonna tell their teammates. They might bring them into town, and yeah. So no, that's another reason I've never done it. I mean, our goal's always been like, let's help local El Paso athletes. Let's help local El Paso people get to their fitness goals. Okay. So I think that's never been our goal. Like really, like get to as many pro athletes as we can. Okay. Yeah.
Because I look at these trainers, right?
Yeah.
Based out of California, Florida. Yeah. I'm trying to remember names. Jamal Ligon, he Odell's trainer. Yeah. See, like these guys, obviously they do what you do. They have their own business outside, and then but these guys travel, bro. Like let's say these guys like, yo, Odell calls this man, can you come through?
Yeah.
What's going? So I want to ask you that thing. Would you ever take that course? Let's say you got these names, right? Let's say you got NFL and NBA players that say, yo, I want you to personally come through and train me. Would that be a role that you take?
I think so. When we first started off, that was definitely a route I would have been open to. Okay. But as life takes its course, now we open more locations. So now my job and duty is more on the management side now. Right now, I need to make sure all the 3 gyms are running smooth, and now I have a team of trainers. That their job is to make sure the training perspective. So as much as I would have loved that now, I wouldn't be able to know. It could also have love for the management and business side of it.
So if LeBron James calls you on the phone right now, it's like, yo, bro.
Yeah, dope.
You still go?
Yeah, I'll probably go for a day or two. Yeah, I'll put for sure. I'll pull up for a day or two. But after that, no.
You're focused on your business.
Yeah, I'm more on the business management side of things now, and now I have an amazing team of trainers that could go train LeBron, go train a pro athlete A, pro athlete B, and do that.
So all 3 businesses, how many employees do you have total?
I think now with the 3 gyms open, and we have about a team of 12 to 15 trainers now. Okay. All amazing guys. They're experienced. They have experience working with high school, college, and pro athletes themselves now.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure some of them played themselves, right?
Yes, 100%. Yep, 100%.
Okay. So, as far as the gyms, right? I want to talk about the gyms real quick. Yeah. What do you have a favorite gym? Do you have a favorite gym that you like training at? Or?
No, bro. I think another thing that's been so cool, that all 3 gyms have a different concept. So that's what's kept everything so fresh. And every gym that I go to every day, it's new, it's different. So we don't get bored, we don't get tired, because every location has its own different tone and schematic. Okay. But no, I don't have a favorite location, right? They're all like my 3 babies. It's like having 3 kids, right? So yeah, I don't have a favorite. I don't have a favorite. Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, so kind of just to close, and I'm pretty much wrapping it up, but I do want for up and coming trainers out there, or entrepreneurs, or anyone who just wants to open up a business, whether they want to go into your field, any piece of advice that you would give them for anyone who's starting or just wants to try to get to the level that you're at.
Yeah, man.
What advice would you give them? You're talking to them right now.
Yeah, for sure, man. Man, be ready to give whatever business you put into. That's gonna make sure be ready to give that make sure to make it your whole life, because it's a Monday through Sunday grind. But you gotta love it, man. It's not a Monday through Friday. You're not working a 9 to 5. Entrepreneurship is a Monday through Sunday 24/7 gig. So be ready to give your life for it, and be ready to sacrifice certain things, man. Whether it's time with friends, your girlfriend, your family, your parents. Be ready for those sacrifices, and be ready. You gotta be ready to go in 120% and not just your 1 or 10%. Right? It's a 24/7 grind.
Okay. So you just before my bad.
You're good.
You mentioned the 9 to 5 job.
Yeah.
Do you feel as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, you working more than 9 to 5 hours?
Yeah, man, 100%. Oh yeah, I'm out of town right now. We're in Austin, right? But I mean, right now you're gonna look at my phone. You're gonna see how many calls or texts I missed, and it's.
I appreciate you.
No, 100%, 100%. Even me out of town, I'm working, man. There's no vacation. But that's why I make sure what I do every day feels like a vacation to me. Yeah. I've already worked over 100 jobs before I had my own gig, and I know what it feels like to work for someone else. I know what it feels like to have jobs that at the time I didn't like. So once I had my own, I appreciate it even more, man. So, but yeah, no, it's a 24/7 Monday through Sunday. Be ready to take a call or a text. I work in the client sales business, right? So I'm available to my clients 24/7.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So like I said, man, you heard it, man. You heard this whole podcast. I hope you guys learned. You know what I'm saying? If anyone's out there trying to start their own business, be an entrepreneur, chase a bag, chase a dream, man. Mm-hmm. I would just say best advice, like you going off of what you said, enjoy what you do, love what you do, and the success will come, the money will come with that. But with that being said, bro, I'm pretty much, I've asked you pretty much everything I want to ask you. I'm sure the people, if there's anything you guys wanted to ask, put them in the comments down below. If you guys are watching at home or hearing on Apple, Spotify, whatever it is, make sure you guys, drop your comments, you know what I'm saying? And make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already subscribed to the channel. And, it's been a pleasure having you on.
Bro. Thank you, man.
I appreciate taking the time. We're in Austin. This is my first time in Austin, and I'm glad,
Hell yeah, bro. Let's check it out.
One of our close friends and close boys.
Appreciate it, bro. Thanks for coming by.
With that being said, man, I'm going to go ahead and I'll see you guys next time. All right, we out.
Appreciate it, bro. Man, appreciate it, bro. Thanks so much, bro.